don't buy the virtual image.
Anniversary, many people feel the same is happening. It feels like Konami is taking a franchise that the fans already feel disillusioned about because it feels like the knife has been shoved in and twisted a number of times with how poorly Castlevania has been treated. When there's no hope for Castlevania seemingly is when Konami decides to stop.
Turn it to full with the 5. I don't know. NFTs, can you get in trouble for having a JPEG of an NFT? Nope. If not, stupid. Yeah, no, there's no like legal protection on it. It's literally like, think of it this way. It's like a digital trading card. Like there's a certain number of every card printed, and the NFT is like a virtual representation. Only the image of the card is out on the internet for everyone to look at. You just own the actual copy, if that makes sense. Well, it's kind of the way it was explained to me, is like, think of it like a digital trading card. There's a limited number of particular rare cards, and while everyone knows what those rare cards look like, only a certain number of people can own the card itself. If that kind of makes sense.
Start selling NFTs, and it's bad enough that they've announced Castlevania NFTs at all, given the state of the franchise. But the fact that they took a moment of celebration, a once-in-a-lifetime moment, the 35th anniversary of a beloved franchise, to announce them and tie these greedy NFTs as part of the celebration of a momentous moment that will only happen.
Are you gonna fucking cry, bro?
Once. It is the highest form of insult. A game franchise only gets one 35th anniversary, and in the case of Castlevania, this is how it'll be remembered. The father...
What? A black screen?
And in the case of Castlevania, this...
Yeah, you're right. This is how it will be remembered, because I won't fucking remember any of this shit, nor will anyone else after a week.
This is how it'll be remembered. The father company exploiting the Castlevania name as a means to get fans to participate in this pyramid scheme of a scam. And people are having none of it in the responses below Nibel's tweet, which has gained quite a bit of traction. You've got people saying stuff like, ugh, posting this meme that's been making the round, NFTs, more like no effing thanks. You've got some Photoshop Dracula text, what is an NFT? A miserable little pile of money laundering. You've got Metal Gear meme, Snake, what do you know about NFTs? They're being used by the enemy. You need to find their server room and send me all of their apes. This is your mission. You get the idea. What a horrible night to announce.
Oh yeah, bro. Reddit chuckles intensify.
NFTs. The memes have been running amok. The level of disdain has reached an all-time high. Again, Konami already was on thin ice, if that. There's already
It's kind of ironic considering Konami owns Yu-Gi-Oh!
A huge rift between Konami and the community because how much it feels like Konami has disrespected the community by their treatment of their own treasured franchises. But I mean, this really takes it to the next level, doesn't it? And I don't know just how much the message that gamers, gaming enthusiasts especially, despise NFTs and the idea of their implementation into games and the way companies could exploit them and exploited microtransactions and loot boxes despite promising that this will pave the road to a better future for games. But companies insist on implementing them anyway, promising that gaming will be revolutionized without providing any sort of reasoning, justification, or example whatsoever. And despite all of the backlash that we have seen, be it Ubisoft ports and the huge amount of dislikes that it got when the video got posted to the point where Ubisoft had to unlist the video. What happened with Square Enix when in their New Year letter they told fans, hey, Happy New Year, by the way, we're tripling down on NFTs and Metaverse and all this crap, which upset tons of fans. Just the most insulting way to say Happy New Year, just like...
Yo, Final Fantasy NFTs might be the move. That's a big enough franchise where they may actually be worth money.
What Konami is doing right now is the worst possible way to celebrate Castlevania's 35th anniversary. Stalker 2's attempt to implement NFTs receiving such immense backlash that they were eventually forced to backtrack on this decision to add NFTs entirely, saying that we're listening and whatever, though this is something they should have known better and should never have attempted in the first place or justified it as much as they did before they...
That's right, dude. Putting someone's face in a video game was just such an egregious sin. How fucking could they think of doing that?
Finally decided to backpedal Given the kind of disapproving discourse that has happened surrounding NFTs, every time a game company in particular, tries to announce an NFT implementation, I don't know just how much more clearer it can be made that NFTs do not belong in games, and that gamers and enthusiasts will fight back against this, and that this is...
I think it's kind of funny, because, like, if you think about it, Counter-Strike skins are literally NFTs. Like, they are literally NFTs. They're worth real-world money.
Targets are over there.
They're scarce. And they're non-tangible. They're tradable. You can buy them. You can sell them. They're rare. Like, CSGO has literally had NFTs in a sense. Before NFTs were even really a fucking thing. They've been in gaming for a very long time. Any game that lets you trade digital items is basically an NFT if you really want to think about it. Yeah, I thought the Stalker 2 NFT was cool as well. Like, it just was an opportunity for somebody to be in the game. And if you owned the NFT, you had a right to be the NPC in the game. I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. Travis with the 2, Activision NFTs is of our old boy, or is of our boy Bobby Wynn. Bro, I would buy that. Just for the giggles. Washdom V2 with the 2. I'm all in when they make Pokemon. Yeah, dude, when they make Pokemon NFTs, I'm dumping money into that shit. That's an instant fucking buy. That's a no-brainer. Randy Butternose with the 5. What the frig is an NFT anyway? Just an expensive picture, basically. U-Generation with the 2. Don't say that. I don't want my CSGO skins to tank. Well, they just banned Steam in China, so my guess is the skins will probably start to tank. Peaches with the 2. They need to put more in games. I don't know. Like, as long as it doesn't affect the actual game itself, then it's fine. But if it's just like stupid shit like, oh, if you have this NFT, you can be an NPC in the video game. Like, who cares? That doesn't hurt anything.
Is paving the road to PR nightmare after PR nightmare. But the thing is, companies are relying on the masses, the non-enthusiasts, to buy into this scam and have them spend a bunch of money on these things and have them feed this trend that game companies are hoping becomes normalized, so it can act as an additional form of monetization exploitation, as if we didn't have enough with loot boxes, microtransactions, with season passes and battle passes and the numerous editions that games tend to ship with. These companies just always trying to...
God, he just sounds so fucking miserable. He's like... like, he literally sounds like he's almost about to fucking cry. Prince Stick Figure with the 2. Watch as COD 2022 gets NFTs despite Acti bad crap. I doubt it. I don't think they're gonna go that route. Activision doesn't need to. They can make money off the fucking skins. They don't want people exchanging stuff third party, because they don't make money off of the third party sales. So once they get their initial price for the NFT, if it goes up in value, they don't make any money from that sale whatsoever. Austin Ball with the 5. Yeah, finally made it home after 2 hours and 15 minutes. About ate shit a few times, but the shipbox truck made it home. Now gotta go clean my pants. Awesome, bro. Glad you're back and really appreciate it. Elif Bet with the 5. Have you checked on the crypto token market on CoinMarketCap? Almost all the top cryptos have been down over 14 days. Good thing I've gotten out. Nah, I don't really follow crypto. I don't invest in it. I don't really give a shit about it personally. I don't know. It's not really for me. I'm just sticking to traditional investments.
Take the easy route when it comes to making profit by chasing trends and getting there before other companies have had a chance to capitalize and to saturate the market. Just think about how much less effort is involved in Konami announcing Castlevania NFTs, easily monetizable, easy to put up there, easy to scam people with. How much easier it is to do that than actually organize a proper celebration where they announce a release of either a collection or a port or a series of new games for down the line. You know, something that could actually get fans excited, something that would involve them doing work on their end to try to win back community goodwill. Forget all that. Let's just go the easy monetization route. Bam. NFTs. Let's see how many people fall for it. I mean, does it sound to you like gaming, like the actual act of playing games, is being revolutionized by NFTs? Because the only thing that is...
No one's making the claim that NFTs are like evolving the video game industry. They have almost zero effect on the fucking game whatsoever. SYS Lewis at the 5, bro, do motherfuckers not have self-control? If you don't want something, don't buy it. These affect games less than cosmetics. They literally don't affect games. That's the thing. Is these NFTs from Konami do absolutely fucking nothing except give you a JPEG in your fucking crypto wallet. Like, that's literally it. Peaches with the 2, NFT good because make people mad. That's the thing, bro. It's like, I honestly want to see NFTs take a W just because people are getting pissed off over fucking nothing. It's like, don't fucking buy this shit if you don't like it. Nobody's holding a gun to your head saying buy NFTs. If people want to blow all their fucking money on dumb shit, let them do it. It's their prerogative. Where Kinsey with the 2, buy lewd anime games, sell Steam cards, and probably... Yeah, facts. Steam cards are actually an easy way to get money. Like, I've looked through a couple of my Steam cards, and some of them are worth like $2. I'm like, what the fuck? So, that's always a nice little surprise.
Evolving is companies' further ability to nickel and dime players, community. Konami really is on another level when it comes to how few damns they give about their fan base or the fan base of the franchises that they own. I mean, the desecration of Silent Hill in the form of a...
CoffeeZilla has a good... Yeah, maybe we'll watch that. Well, maybe that would be a good thing to watch, because I'm not 100% sure on fucking NFT shit either. Randy Butternose with the 5, it's called a business yawn. Companies want to make money? No, dude, they don't want to make money. They want to put out great experiences for gamers to enjoy. And if they break even, that's all that matters. Profit.
Pachinko Machine, the Metal Gear patchy slot that, you know, features some fantastic CGI cutscenes replicated from Snake Eater, but that was all relegated to frickin' gambling instead of a proper, I don't know, remake or something that is now being rumored to be in development. But this is just not what Metal Gear was meant for. It is an insult to fans to do that during a time when, you know, Kojima was ousted, Metal Gear Survive came out to middling to negative affair, and amidst all of this, when Metal Gear fans feel like things are most hopeless, they decide to market a Metal Gear Pachinko. With Castlevania, they previously tried to release this mobile game that flopped. They have now revitalized it and added it to Apple Arcade in the hope that they can recuperate some money off of this failed project. With Contra, I don't have to tell you about RoCore and the awfulness that was, as you can see by the Metascore, by the user score, which is even lower. And looking at any footage of that game reveals a title that looks like the worst kind of shovelware on Steam. You've got Metal Gear Survive, of course. How can we forget about that? Because nothing screams Metal Gear like post-apocalyptic zombie horde shooter. There's just not a single sign suggesting that Konami cares or respects the legacy of their franchises.
I don't know, they seem to respect Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. Like, a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards are actually pretty fucking fun. Person with the 2, the issue is they could have done something better. Well, yeah, there could have always been something better. But this shit, like, literally only affects you if you want it to affect you. Like, if you don't like NFTs, like, nothing in your life changes by these NFTs. I don't know. It's just kind of an entitled attitude to be like, well, I wanted this for the 35th anniversary. How dare you not give me... Like, I don't know. This shit is literally only for people who give a fuck about it. If you don't give a fuck about it, continue on with your day. Nothing in your life changes whatsoever.
And now with this Konami Memorial NFT 35th anniversary of Castlevania celebration, this is as good as Konami taking a mound of salt and just pouring it on a gaping open wound. It's upsetting enough that these franchises feel as good as dead, but Konami has to piss all over it too. This is just such a greedily driven...
Right-clicking all the NFTs? Alright, yeah, we'll watch that next. Nice one. Appreciate you.
business move rather than a proper celebration, that it's like they're not even trying to hide it anymore. It feels like they're not even trying to hide their malice. And this is the kind of road that's being paved. It's not one that uses blockchain technology to come up with cool and interesting game design elements that would genuinely improve our games. It's all done for the sake of monetization, to hop on this hype train that investors want companies to hop on and use it as a means to drive further profits, not for the artistry of game making. This is not art. This is just Konami in its purest form. So yeah, it goes without saying, I'm not particularly happy about this, and this is one man's take. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on Konami introducing their memorial NFTs as a means to celebrate Castlevania.
When I saw that someone stole $1 billion in NFTs by right-clicking all of them, I instantly wanted to steal them too. After all, it's just kind of funny, the idea of having every NFT in existence contained in one single hard drive. Lucky for me, the person who created it posted the project on something called NFT Bay, and he offered a torrent for anyone who wanted it. Yes, I know, lock me up. I was here to steal all your NFTs. That was the plan. Except, well, pretty big file. Now, looking at my current disk size, I decided that would be kind of impractical, and even if I wanted to download this, it would take me like 6 months with my current internet speed. So my next idea was just to contact the creator, Jack, and see if he'd be willing to help me find some way to get the files faster. I told him to think of the kids. His response was this. He said it's dangerous to actually get them. IPFS is essentially dark web. Downloading images from dark web and distributing them en masse would be a lovely way to get to jail fast, especially if you're talking about blindly just downloading them. Now I was confused. Why couldn't I? He replied, I took steps to protect myself and anyone who jumped on the torrent. It's funny, actually. Maybe we can catch up tomorrow. I decided that would be a good idea. Maybe he could explain how I could get this $1 billion NFT heist. But when I got the call, the conversation took a totally different turn, and I want you to hear it. Wait a second. The NFT Bay holds all the NFTs, but doesn't?
When I created the project originally, I said it was an art project, and along the way I realized to demonstrate the message that needed to be conveyed to teach people about NFTs.
What is the message? I mean, you have a 17 terabyte file.
Actually purchasing NFTs. That they're actually purchasing.
I imagine they think they're...
You're not buying anything. That's the whole fucking point. You're literally getting nothing except some fucking like little digital shit. That's why I don't buy them.
They're buying a picture, basically, right? The rights to a picture. Most of the time. Most of the time. That's what most people think of NFTs.
Yeah. One way I like to look at it is you've got one side that's essentially selling a treasure map or directions.
Damn, bro, what the fuck is all over this dude's fingernails? Jesus Christ.
On how to get the treasure. And the other side is that they're buying treasure, the actual treasure. On one side, you've got people who think that they're buying the artwork, the treasure. And that's what they think is value. And the other side, we have people exploiting those people and selling treasure maps, how to get to the treasure. So what I wanted to highlight in the project is a lot of people were saying that the image is valuable, the artwork is valuable because it's stored on the blockchain. It's not stored on the blockchain. It's just a hyperlink.
Wait, hold on a second. When I buy an NFT of a Bored Ape or a Lazy Lion, I'm not actually purchasing that picture? What am I actually buying?
Nope. You're essentially buying a piece of data, and that data has a link to where the image can be located.
So like a URL? Is that what you're saying?
It's a URL. Go look at Etherscan and look at the contract and have a look at it. Literally, people are buying a link, like directions on a treasure map to a treasure, and they're saying that the treasure is the artwork. And the only reason people are buying stuff is for the treasure or the artwork, but what's actually being sold is the directions to the treasure.
Wait a second. I know a lot of people, like, why not just host the file on the blockchain? Why not just host the picture on the blockchain?
Because the cost. In 2016, it was calculated it would cost $76,000 per gigabyte to store on the blockchain.
It's gotta have gotten worse, way worse.
there's been blockchain size increases and the costs have got worse. It'd be nice to do that calculation again. But yeah, so back to your original question. What's in the torrent? Well, it contains chunks of blockchain data, the NFTs themselves, and the rest is, if you're from a Unix background, F-allocate. Now, when I launched the project, I said specifically